everybody and welcome. So today's collar that I'm going to be making is going to be an adjustable collar. I am using a brown Thane adapter. If you're not familiar with how to make an adapter, I will leave a link below for you guys in the description box. I do have a video where I show you guys how to make the Thane adapters and where I get all my supplies from. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, that link will be below for you guys. So I have been toying with the name of this collar. I want to name it something like Into the Woods or Into the Forest or just Forest. I haven't really made up my mind. I will have my mind probably made up by the end of the video, but I'm still toying with that. This collar I'm actually making for my little guy Watcher. So I have been making harnesses lately and having people test them out for me. I have been moving towards that for my store, but I haven't just gotten there yet. So I made Watcher actually a green and brown harness. So that's where this collar is coming into play. I wanted to match. Thought it'd be great for when we go camping and hiking. So I am making this for my little guy, and you know what? Let's just get started. So for this collar, I have my double cow's hitch hooked up already. If you're not familiar with how to do double cow's hitch, I have a few links down below in the description box for you guys to learn how to do that. It's good for bracelets and other things like that. So the reason why I've had this question asked a lot, and the reason why I don't put that in the video when I'm making the collar on how to do the double cow's hitch is because it'll make the video so much more longer, and I try to keep these videos as short as possible. But there are definitely links below for you guys if you're interested in learning how to do that also. So for me, for the colors that I'm going to be using today are, this is a chocolate brown that I have the double cow's hitch hooked up to. Then I have a Coyote Brown, I have a Kelly Green, and I have a dark Kelly Green. And I believe they might have changed the name of this cord. If they do, I'll show it on the screen and I will have that linked below also. So the first cord that we're going to be working with is going to be the darker Kelly Green. And like I said, I have my double cow's hitch hooked up. And I am going to just loosen my two cow's hitches up. And what I want to do now is I'm going to take the darker green and I'm just going to go right through those two cow's hitches. So I'm using a paracord needle. You don't have to if you don't want to, or if you don't have one, but it does make it a little bit easier. So you're going to go right through those cow's hitches. You're going to pull the darker green to the other side, and you're going to bring the middle of the darker green to the top of your work. So next I'm going to be adding the Kelly Green, and I'm just going to go right through those two cow's hitches, just like I did with the darker green. Just like that, and you're going to pull this also to the other side and to the middle. Next we're going to add the Coyote, and what we want to do here is a little bit different. We're going to go in between this first cow's hitch, right in the middle. You're going to go underneath these two stitches, and then you're going to come back out the middle of the second cow's hitch. So you're going to go right in the middle of that first cow's hitch, go underneath the two, and then go right up the middle of that second cow's hitch. And you're going to pull this also to the other side and to the middle of the cord. Once you have all your cords to the middle, I do suggest that you double check your measurements just to make sure that they are where they're supposed to be. And you can also roll up your ends of your cords to make it easier to weave with, and we can really just get started. So I'm going to be starting on my right side with the chocolate brown. What I want to do here is I'm going to go underneath this first cord right up the middle and then over the second cord. So I'm just basically going right up the middle and then over that second cord. Next I'm going to take the cord that is on my left side, the chocolate brown, and I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked, and I'm going to go underneath the first cord, which is now on my left side, right up the middle, and then over that second cord on my right side. So I'm basically just going again up the middle and then over. Next I'm going to take the dark green on my right side. I want to go underneath all of my work, and then I'm going to come right up this middle. So I'm going to go underneath and then right up the middle. Now you have this loop that you made on your right side with the chocolate brown. You're going to go down that loop, take the darker green on the left side now, go underneath all of your work, right up the middle, and then down that loop that you have on the left side with the chocolate brown. Next, you're going to want to find your two horizontal chocolate brown pieces, which is directly in the middle of your work. You can pull up on these just a little bit. And now you want to take your Kelly green. And what you're going to want to do here is you want to go over and around these two horizontal cords and then out the right side. So go over and around and then out the right side. Next you're going to take the one on the left side. You're going to do the same thing, but you're going to go out the left. So you're going to go around those two horizontal cords, but you're going to go out the left side. So go over and around and out the left. So now you're on the left side of the cord that you just worked with, or that you're working with. Now we're going to take your coyote, and what you're going to want to do here is you're going to want to crisscross them, and I'm going to take my right cord and I'm just going to place it over my left cord. Then I'm going to take the cord that is on my right side now. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the Kelly green. I'm just going to go around those two horizontal chocolate brown pieces and then go out the right. So take the one that you have now on your right, go over and around and out the right, and take the one that you have on the left now, go over those two horizontal pieces and come out the left side of your cord. So go over and around and out the left, and now you can tighten it up. Once you have it all tightened up, we can start that weave all over again. So you're going to take your chocolate brown that is on your right side, and remember you're going to go underneath this first cord, right up the middle, and then over the second cord. So take your chocolate brown on the right, go underneath, right up the middle again, and then over. Take your chocolate brown that is on the left side now, go pull it underneath the cord that you just worked, and then you're going to do the same, just the mirror image. You're going to go right up the middle again, and then over that second cord that is on your right. Now you're going to take your darker green, you're going to go underneath your work and come right up the middle. You have this loop right here with the chocolate brown. You're going to go down that loop on your right side. Take your dark green on your left, go underneath, come up the middle, and then go down that loop of the chocolate brown on your left side. Now you're going to want to find those two horizontal chocolate brown pieces again. You can pull up on those. You're going to take your Kelly green and you're going to go over and around and out the right. So take the one on the right, go over, around, and out the right. Next, take your Kelly green on the left, and you're going to go over those two horizontal pieces, and you're going to go out the right, you're going to go out the left. So take the Kelly green on the left, go over, around, and out the left. Now you have your two coyote pieces, and what you're going to do is you're going to take the one on the right, go over the one on the left, find those two horizontal pieces again. Now you're going to take your coyote that is on your right side now and go over and around those two horizontal pieces and out the right. Take the one on the left now, you're going to go over and around those two horizontal pieces and out the left, and then tighten it up. Again, once you have that tightened up, we can start all over again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on my right again, and I'm going to take my chocolate brown and I'm going to go right up the middle and then over that second cord. I'm going to take my cord, my chocolate brown on my left, go underneath the cord that I just worked. I'm going to go right up the middle again and then over that second cord that is on my right. Now I'm going to take my darker green, I'm going to go underneath all my work, and then I have this loop that I created over here with the chocolate brown on my right. I'm going to go down that loop, take your darker green on the left side, go underneath all of your work. You have this loop right here that is on your left with the chocolate brown. You're going to go down that loop. Find those two horizontal pieces that are directly in the middle. Take your Kelly green now, go over and around and out the right. Take your Kelly green on the left now, go over and around and out the left. Take your coyote pieces, take the one on the right, go over the one on the left. Now take the one that is on your now take the one that is on your right side, and you're going to go over and around those two horizontal pieces. Do the same on the left. Go over and around and out the left. Now you can tighten it up. Okay, so this is what it's starting to look like so far. You can see how the pattern is. I did go down a couple of weaves so you had a bigger chunk to look at, but you can see how the middle stitches with the coyote are all going the same way, and that's because I'm always taking that right cord and going over the left and then weaving them in. You always want to do it the same way that you started so the pattern is the same all the way down. So I am going to continue this pattern all the way down, and when I get to the end I'll show you guys how I do my tie off and what it looks like when I have the Thane attached to it. Okay guys, I am done with my collar. I took it off the jig and now we can sew in the ends. So the ends I'm going to be sewing in are the coyote and the Kelly green. So I'm going to use a paracord needle for this. It does make it a little bit easier, but you can do this without it. So I am going to start on my right with the Kelly green. You have a gap between your work right here and the two cow hitches. So you have a small gap in there. You're going to stick your cord through there, and you're going to do the same for the Kelly green on the left side. So I'm going to be starting on my left side with the coyote, and the reason for that is because I want to keep that crisscross going all the way down my collar. For this, you have a really tiny hole right here, right between the two cow hitches. That's where you're going to go with your coyote. And now I'll take the one on my right, what I'm going to do is I just want to go to the left side of the coyote that I just put through. So you might have to tug on it a little bit. So you can just go over to the left side and now pull it through. And there you can see how the crisscross is going the same way all the way to the very end. Now we can cut and burn. So I'm going to cut about 1/4 of an inch up. I am going to fray these out. I'm going to melt these frayed ends now, and I will be squishing them down with my scissors. Try not to let them catch on fire. It does happen. I'm going to squish it down. Do the same for the coyote. Squish that one down. Do the same on the opposite side. Now that we've got the two ends done, the two sides done, what we're going to do now is do the cords that we just put through from the front to the back. So we're going to do the Kelly Green and the Coyote, and I think hopefully I catch it when I do my video editing, but I think I called this top one Coyote, and that is actually chocolate brown. I do apologize for that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut the same length, fray them out, and burn them one at a time. And then I will do the same thing for the two Coyote on the top after these are done. Now that I have this part done, I'm going to be using some clear non-foaming Gorilla Glue on the areas that I just melted and squashed down. I do this for extra security. You don't have to. You can hook up your adapter and use it as is, but I've never had anything that I know of come apart, and I use this on everything that I do with Paracord. It's waterproof, so it won't wear out if your dog goes in the water. And like I said, nobody's ever said anything yet, and I've been doing this for quite a while now. So yeah, I'm gonna let this dry and then hook up the Thane, and I'll let you guys see what it looks like when it is completely done.